Hello, welcome back to another fantasy football video. I hope everyone is doing fantastically well. Here with another video ahead of the FPL 2021-22 season. I'm going to be uploading videos at 9 p.m. every single night for the pre-season of this FPL season. That's a bit of a mouthful. But today we're going to be taking a look at those attackers priced between 6 and 8 million and taking a look at which I think are going to be the best options ahead of game week 1. If you are new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you like this style of video, please don't forget to hit that like button. And well, let's get straight on into this one. So the first player we are looking at today is Calvert-Lewin of Everton. Came absolutely flying out of the blocks last season. And well, taking a look at those fixtures, he easily could this season as well. Playing against Southampton, Leeds, Brighton and Burnley. That Leeds fixture could also very easily be a green fixture with the way the Leeds have conceded goals. When they concede one goal, they're very likely to concede a fair few. Calvert-Lewin last season picking up 16 goals with an expected goal return of 0.57. So he's expecting a goal return basically at least once every other game. Didn't get any official assists, however did get some FPL assists with an expected assist of 0.07. Now last season I did discuss how Calvert-Lewin wasn't actually the best for bonus points, obviously only picked up 21 bonus points last season. However, towards the back end of last season he was picking up more and more bonus points, so I do think that Calvert-Lewin for me is going straight into my game week 1 team. And yeah, I just think he's going to be a cracking option for those first 10 game weeks, especially with the way that the kind of pricings are for the attackers this year. They're all kind of around that 7.58 million mark. Now taking a look at another player who's got a lot of hype around him coming into this season. I think he's about 37% ownership already, and that is Ivan Toney. Now Brentford don't actually have the worst fixtures coming into this Premier League season. With Arsenal at home, a home fixture for Brentford. All the fans are going to be there. You could easily go and see them at least scoring a goal. They're playing against Crystal Palace, then Villa, then Brighton. Obviously, we don't have any stats for Ivan Toney in the Premier League. However, he did score 33 goals in the Championship last season, picking up 10 assists and is on penalties as well. With Brentford, the style of play that they are seemingly going to play, or at least played in the Championship, we probably will see them scoring goals. Probably likely to concede goals as well, but if they're going to score, this is going to be their main man to do so. Now, for me, Ivan Toney, at least for the first few weeks, is going to be an avoid. Just the idea of a new player that we've never seen in the Premier League before. I think for me, I'm going to set myself up so that I can easily bring him in if he does end up doing well. But it's a wait and see for me. But I know a lot of you are already hopping on him. And after that Championship season, I can very much understand why. Next, we're going to be looking at Raul Jimenez of Wolves. Now, he should well be due to play this season after obviously getting that horrific head injury last season. Wolves don't have the best fixtures coming into the first kind of few game weeks, playing against Leicester, then Spurs, and then Manchester United. Obviously, once we hit game week 4, though, they're playing against Watford and then have a really nice run of fixtures. Now, the stats that we're looking at here from Jimenez's kind of last fully playing Premier League season, we scored 17 goals and expected goals 0.45, assists of 6 with expected assist of 0.2, and this is the kind of difference we see here with the bonus points. 33 bonus points compared to only Calvert-Lewin's 21. Now with Jimenez, if we do see him playing, and he is playing 90 minutes, I think he's going to be going straight into my team. He's the only kind of attacker that we've seen priced at this price and actually performed at this price. A lot of the other ones could end up being quite overpriced, like we saw Danny Ings was last year. Got the bump up to 8 million and never really proved that he was worth that amount of money. And for me, with Raul Jimenez, he's just kind of in here as maybe not a kind of game week 1 pick, but 100% I think he will be in most people's team at some point of the season. Then taking a look at the next player, and that's Kelechi Iheanacho from Leicester City, playing against Wolves, West Ham, Norwich and Manchester City in the first 4. Not the worst and also not the best of fixtures. That kind of Wolves and Norwich game are the ones you were really trying to target. Picked up 12 goals and 2 assists last season. An expected goal of 0.56, expected assist of 0.22. So he's getting to that kind of stage where he's actually almost predicted a return every single game. And you have to also consider that those 12 goals were in the back half of last season. He didn't get a full season last season, and the only one thing that is kind of deterring me from Iheanacho is the fact that Leicester have just signed a new forward, Daka. Now, from what I've seen, it looks as though he's going to be playing on the left wing, which means they will probably only be playing one striker. So whether they're going to kind of alternate between Vardy and Nacho, I don't know. I have had Nacho in quite a few of my drafts, but with the signing of Daka, for me, I think it is going to be a wait and see. Maybe just even after 1 or 2 game weeks, then bring him in for that Norwich game. Obviously, Leicester do have a decent record against Manchester City in scoring goals. And if you watched Nacho last season, he really passed the eye test. The way he was picking the ball up, the way he was finishing, you can tell it was nothing to do with luck. His finishes were absolutely sublime, the way he was putting it past the keeper. And for me, I think that Nacho, if we see him continually play, he probably, well, I think he will end up continuing to score and continuing the form that he did last season. It's just whether he's going to get the minutes with what seemingly is going to be more of a rotating Brendan Rodgers squad. Whether he takes the mantle from Vardy, I do not know. Vardy obviously quite old now, coming into this season at 35, quite injury prone as well. So for me, for now, it is a wait and see on Nacho, but I do think he looks like a cracking option for this season. Then moving on into the next attacker, we're going to take a look at Ollie Watkins. Now, the main reason he is in here is take a look at those first 3 fixtures. Watford away, Newcastle at home, Brentford at home, scoring 14 goals and getting 5 assists in his first Premier League season. He had a cracking season last season, expected goals of 0.44 and expected assists of 0.14, picking up 18 bonus points, so a little bit kind of cheap on the bonus points, and obviously as well was on penalties at the start of the season, missed a few, and so El Ghazi kind of stepped up and took the place on the penalties. Now, it's an interesting one with Aston Villa this season because we may well see Jack Grealish leave, and obviously for all the players around him, their kind of attacking returns or expected attacking returns will go down. However, Aston Villa have been busy in the transfer market and obviously have brought in Emil Buendia and trying to bring in Smith Rowe as well. So we are going to see still some creativity behind the likes of Watkins, and if he gets supplied the ball, he's very likely to go and score them as well. I do think as well he's kind of got more assists or more FPL assists than the 5 doesn't tell. I remember a game he played against Crystal Palace where I think he just got 3 FPL assists. It was sort of like shot against keeper, won a penalty, that kind of thing. And I think for me, Watkins actually really good to go into the season with game week 1. Because all of the attackers are around a similar price at 7.5 mil, if you play Watkins for those first 3 games, then we can just kind of assess. We can wait and see what other strikers come good and then bring those into our teams. So I think Watkins for me, 100% going in there. Game week 1, I think he's a cracking option. Now, this has been a quick little look at strikers between 6 and 8 million. Obviously, missed out a few players. One, notably Antonio, that I've not put in here. I do actually think he looks like a very good option ahead of the kind of first 5 weeks of fixtures. Obviously, he is a little bit injury prone, but if we see he's ready to go at the start of the season, I think he definitely will be a consideration in a lot of people's squads and in my squad as well. Came in with 118 FPL points last season and didn't, as we know, play for the whole season. So Antonio, definitely one to consider as well. If you've liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know down in the comments the attackers that you're thinking of going with for this season. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.